Good morning, fam. This is Rob with NFT Culture. We got Rob and Malachi for the morning show. Good morning.
What's good? Happy
Good
New
morning
Year.
and good morning and Happy New Year.
Last year was a hell of a year, wasn't it?
Hell yes. I love it. And this is going to be our new format daily update. We're going to try to have a morning show and an evening show, 5 to 10 minutes with the highlights of the NFT market. How do you like that?
We'll try. I could talk for 5 minutes straight on my own, but I do think what we want to do is try and provide some concise updates, just kind of what's going on. So let's hop right to it. Where do you want to start?
Go. What's hot?
Start with LinksDAO.
LinksDAO, the idea that I had yesterday that was implemented yesterday.
It's funny, Rob. We're always looking for new ideas to either help people with or talk about. And Rob was like, "Hey, check this idea out. It's called NFTs.
NFT, NF, and a TEE for a T, like hitting off the T
to the E."
So I was going to say, like, I'll buy a golf course and sell like fractional ownership of that, and everyone can, the cooler parts are next to the greens or the tee boxes. Then if you wanted to be funny, you'd buy one of your buddies a sand trap. That'd be hilarious. But then we found out about this Lynx DAO, and apparently they're going to be doing a kind of almost like a country club national or global membership thing where they're going to be acquiring country clubs or golf clubs. And this is the membership to be part of that DAO. So
yeah, it's also like the right to buy a membership. It's really interesting. Like I bought two. I'm interested to see what happens with it, but it's like access to member only Discord, access, the right to purchase membership at the first physical club that they acquire. So you're actually not actually buying membership, you're acquiring the rights to that membership. So there's some interesting stuff there. It's crazy just to see how, like, when we were looking at it, it was like no momentum, and then boom, it sold out. And when you look at a lot of it's what was interesting to me is when you look at like the people that were talking about it on Twitter, they weren't apes and doodles and crypto punks. It was like real human beings that were like talking about this. So when you think about like the excitement that we've been going through around NFTs as we've exited Christmas and the New Year's and the new year, it's just incredibly crazy to see kind of what's been going on with that.
And I think it targets the broader market, the boomers, the people who do not have crypto, anyone who's not been involved with NFTs. This is a great pull for the NFT market to get some new blood in.
Absolutely. And when you think of like the last 24 hours, yesterday, and I forget what the biggest day ever was, like the Mutant Yacht Club day. But yesterday was the biggest day since then, and $243 million in volume with NFTs. So when you think about exiting the new year, New Year's Eve, the first, everyone's hungover, and then we look at 243. Today, we're probably going to pass that. And a lot of that activity that's been driven by, when you go and look at kind of what's been happening on OpenSea, like I think that there is a lot of new money that's been coming in. So if you go here and look at rankings and look at the last 24 hours, we'll talk about the mutants and that stuff tonight because there's a lot of interesting stuff. But just across the board, it's just been nuts to see how much green volume there's been over the last 24 hours. What's really interesting briefly is this outlier here, Super Rare. Xcopy had a $6 million one-of-one sale yesterday, which is really, really interesting to think about. I didn't think these were going to pull up this way, but Xcopy sale yesterday for $6 million is kind of crazy when you think about everything that's been going on.
It's weird because I would also think people are going to be selling for taxes. I had to just pay all my property taxes and stuff like that, bro. I just had to take big chunks because those are due into January. So it's close to close to like 18 grand worth of stuff. So is it selling for that? But
is it sustainable? Yeah, and I think there's a lot of new money, right, that's coming into this. Like the average age of a lot of the Bored Ape Yacht Club is on the younger side. When they look at the data, a lot of NFT natives are between that 18 to 25-year-olds, so they don't probably have like the property taxes issues yet. But what's interesting is like what happens in March, April timeframe when April 15th is coming around, and then next October with everyone who filed an extension. Where are they going to have to take liquidity as they're flipping NFTs? Because people bought and held in it, and not financial advice, we're not tax experts, but as people are buying and selling NFTs, they are responsible for the gains on those. And so a lot of people that have made a lot of money are probably sitting on some really valuable items, but they may be ETH poor. And when they have to pay that tax bill, we may see some opportunity to buy around, mid-March, early April.
So boom, we got Lynx DAO. I'm watching that. It's at a point. It was 0.23 earlier. It's at 0.27 floor price right now. I'm waiting to buy one. I got my brother-in-law Michael on standby as well. He's going to be buying one. The other project I'm still looking at is my Clone X, ready to jump into this bad boy. But we're still at it. The price, dude. The floor was 3.99. Now it's back up to 5.75.
Yeah,
So
and that's
I
what's
might have
interesting.
missed the dip.
Yeah, I mean, for now, when when you look at, and there's a few items that people look at, from the punks to Fidenza to apes, and when you start seeing like the price point of those get out of reach for people, when mutant pumps popped above that 10, you can't afford a mutant punk anymore. Mutant ape. So then you start looking at kind of the next tier, and so what's interesting is like the fall off of Clone X. It's been rebounded up, and now, okay, this is out of whack. I still have ETH. I want to experience some upside right now in the market. Do I start going after the Clone X? Do I start going after Doodles? Do I start going after some of these other
Nest
established
Graphics,
projects?
bro. Rafik, bro. Nest Graphics at 4.25. You have a Rafik's at 3 right now in OpenSea, man. I'm telling you, I'm waiting to pull the trigger on some of those, man. I got a hole in my ETH pocket ready to
Dude,
go.
I couldn't agree more. And like for me, I've always consolidated when I have a big victory. I look to like go back into like one of ones or artists. I've been able to get Thank You X. I've been able to get Ferocious. I've been able to get these. One project that's really interesting for me that I want to talk about, and we got like 2 more projects that are dropping today that I think are going to be interesting.
What are the hot projects? Go, Malachi.
Well,
What do you
very
got?
briefly, I do want to give a shout out to a very dear friend of mine, if it'll load. Christian Levine, No Creative Abode, does have a one of one on Super Rare. If you're looking at one of one art, that's affordable. His floor right now is about 5 ETH, and so I think like this value, this piece right here, one of one on Super Rare, great value. I don't know if what his reserve is on it. I don't know if it's 4 ETH, 3 ETH, or 5 ETH. But if you're a collector looking at one-on-one art, we're going to be focusing more on the art this year. It's definitely a piece that you want to look at. The other thing that is interesting today is like phase 3. So in the private Discords, we get some insights into kind of like what we think has potential to sell out. Doesn't mean it's going to, but what we try to do is we create formulas to say, okay, how many followers do they have on Discord? What's the activity? What's the hype? What are the private Discords saying about it? This is dropping in an hour and 15 minutes. So people that are watching it live, it's expensive. I'm probably not going to be buying it, but phase 3 of the Illuminati is launching. It's got a lot of hype around it. 0.23 is, once again, a little bit expensive for kind of what I'm looking for. But you can start seeing kind of what, if you have any of these, you're actually on the whitelist to be able to mint this. There's still a lot to be determined about what this project is, but I have seen some positive momentum around it. So it's definitely one of the projects to look at. And then the other thing is when you look at the other project that I think's really, really popular today is Farouk's project, the Mint Pass that's going to be launching today. You can't mint it yet. But it's launching in a few hours. And so to join, Farouk's private community, I think like that's a project that people are going to be watching closely today. As all of the influencers and celebrities start launching their own Discords. This is the other one I'm keeping a close eye on today.
Nice. Those are the updates, man. I got Clone X. I got LinksDAO on my tabs ready to be open, man. I'm just looking at a few of those.
Yeah, I mean, the last update I have is we added a cool feature to our Discord, both public and private for now. So if you join our Discord, discord.gg/NFTCulture, you can actually check floor prices just by typing floor and the slug or the remaining piece, that URL. And so what's really cool about that is that you don't have. I keep a lot of tabs open, and if you don't want to keep a bunch of tabs open and you want to be able to check prices pretty easily, it's a great way to actually join our Discord, talk, but you can also check prices of any project at any time without having to go to OpenSea, search for the project, type it in. If you know the slug, boom, you just check it.
All right, let's see. Anything on Nifty Gateway today? Nope, nothing on Nifty Gateway today, guys. Next one's January the 5th.
Yeah, no. Shout out to our friends, the Mad Pups, who sold almost 3,000 of the pup passes, knowing who they are and what they're doing. I think that's a great project. If probably get a pup pass probably near retail right now. Knowing Sergitos, Finn, Joff, the rest of that team, like they're doing some really cool curated drops. Definitely something to look at. The last thing I want to talk about, and we'll be going into this in more detail this afternoon or this evening, is like Crypto Raider. If you were early into Crypto Raider, you bought a Crypto Raider. I had 15. I sold 7 of them because I paper handed. I had 7 Tammys left. I actually got airdropped mobs, and those mobs were the enemies in the Crypto Raiders game, which I play pretty regularly. Then I got airdrop token based on how many that I had. So then I staked my token. Now I'm earning in this flywheel like an insane amount of money. And you look at like the Raider token right now, where it's going. There's rumors that they do have a heavy investor, and they're about to announce some new games. So definitely want to put Crypto Raiders on your radar. In terms of projects to watch, it's really interesting to just see kind of this project, how it's evolved. You can actually battle on chain, get items. Like I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's still really early, but there's a lot of potential upside. And the last, Larva Lads, like that was a free mint. If anyone sees free mints, like, go get them. Free mints are like it's sometimes a loss, but Larva Lads came a few days ago. I minted 2 of them for free, threw it in our Discord. It got up to 0.49. The Grills Gang we didn't launch, but we saw put it in our Discord. That went up to 5. Anonymize was free. That went up to 6 ETH at one point. It seems like these free mints right now are where it's at. So we're going to be keeping an eye on free mints over the next month or two and share as many free mints as we see them.
We'll add those to our morning update. Then we got Nifty Gateways, nothing. VV, no drops scheduled for this week either. So
this week or just today?
Well, I think today I haven't had any updates for their weekly drops yet. Nothing yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that like kind of stands out. There's a couple that like Bad Girls Ape Club has a little bit of momentum, but it's looking a little bit down. And yeah, other than that, I'm not seeing much other. If something comes up, Hunter Game is just been announced. Hunter Game looks like they're copying Wolf Game. Here, let me put it up here just very briefly. I know. See, we said we do it 5-10 minutes, and here I am keeping us going. But if you're looking at another project that's kind of gaining momentum, the Hunter Game is and it looks like it's just copying Wolf Game quite a bit. I don't know enough about this, but it just popped into my radar. I'll keep an eye on it because some of these games have turned out to be interesting from the perspective of being able to. Oh, Daredevil's tomorrow on VV.
No, so I'm checking on that. Yes, I'm checking on that right now. Yes.
Thanks, Thomas.
Daredevil tomorrow. All right. Yep.
That's it. That's our quick update. We're gonna try and do short and sweet daily updates for y'all. If you guys have projects you want us to talk about either in the morning or evening, make sure you join our Discord. We do have a suggestions channel. So if you join our Discord and we haven't talked about a project you want us to, it's launching today or tomorrow or this week, throw it up here. We'll talk about it briefly. We're going to be on Spaces. We're really going to be doubling down on our community this year. That's going to be our focal point. We've been planning on doing this show for a long time since we launched our token, kind of a daily little update of what's been going on. This is the start. It's going to get more polished over time. Rob, any parting thoughts?
Let's go hit the links, man. I'm waiting to pick that up. I'll let you know what price I pick it up at.
I hope you get it before tonight. I think SAS picked up like 30 of them.
God dang, dude. It was 0.23. Now it's 0.27.
It's crazy.
Should I just grab it right now? Be done with it?
I think you should just grab one and
hold on to it.
Wait a little bit. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Cool, guys. Well, great update. We'll see you guys in the PM.
See you. Thanks. Bye.